The virtual grandmother. The virtual grandmother. Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne. So the other day, someone made a comment and they called me the virtual grandma. And I love it. Well, you all know I have grandma's porch out here. And now my camera jiggles when I walk with it and it makes noise. So you just have to excuse it, please. But this is grandma's porch and I'm always sitting out here. Sometimes I come out here at night and I turn the light on and I read a book and have a cup of tea. And my friends and I, my family and I, we sit out here on grandma's porch. And how I got to call it grandma's porch was because, well, I grew up in grandma's porch. My grandmother had a little house way out in the country and we would all go out there and visit her and we would just sit there for hours and, you know, go back and forth on the swing. And then she had two swings. She had one on the front porch, she had, well, and one on the back porch. And actually she had three because she had one out in the yard. And so we just loved to go to grandma's. We always did. And so I accept it. I accept being a virtual grandma. I come on here every day and I make my little videos and never know what I'm going to talk about. It could be about any kind of topic because I talk about just about everything. I don't talk politics because it's very divisive, but I do talk about different topics and I give my viewpoints on those. I don't give advice. I don't give suggestions. I just talk about topics and how I see them and how I would likely deal with them if I were to, you know, confronted with a problem of one sort or another. Some things I've lived through, some things I've watched other people live through, and some things just come to me. You know, when I go out for my 5-mile run, I get a lot of my wisdom insights then, and I record them on my recorder as I'm running. I write down my notes early in the morning when I first wake up because that's when my mind is at the best as far as wisdom and insights go. It's kind of that transition from being asleep into being awake. There's that kind of subconscious where the subconscious and the conscious merge, and I call it my spirit is merging with my mind. And so it brings in all this information. But remember, they're my insights. And so you may live your life differently and may have a different way of living your life. But this is just how I live my life. And I like to share that, just like my grandmother did as I was growing up. And I do a lot of cooking and I paint and I write. And I'm a college student. Yes, I am a college student. And I went back to college at age 62, and I am a full-time college student, taking more than full-time classes. So my life is very, 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 very busy because then I come home and I have a lot of homework. And some of my classes are hard for me, but I love it and I'm doing well. And I run 5 miles a day as long as the weather permits. I usually work out at the gym every day, most days. And I paint, I write. I have a beautiful family, 3 young adult kids and a husband. So my life is good. My life is wonderful. I've gone through my own challenges and difficulties in life more than I can count. And some I've shared with you or some I've reflected on. And because I think people go through challenges and difficulties and they want to know what to do. Well, I don't give suggestions or advice, but I'm like the virtual grandmother. You can come talk to me. And so I take that as a compliment when someone called me that, the virtual grandma. And yes, I'm 62 years old, so I'm old enough to be a grandmother, and at least a virtual one, right? And so, yeah, we all need a place where we can go to be comforted, that we feel safe. And, you know, I have friends on here that I go to their channels, their live streams, and I feel like I'm just at their home. I feel like I'm visiting with them. I feel like I'm comforted. You know, just they make it so comforting. And I hope I do the same for you all. So you can call me your virtual grandmother. Well, from my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.